we'll be installing a leaf spring set on an easy-go golf cart. First thing we're going to do is jack it up, which I've already done. Wheels off the ground. And before that, make sure your brakes are on. And of course, something blocking the front wheels. Very important. We're going to be installing a Made in USA set, three leaf springs, and bushings, new bushings of course. I wouldn't change any of these without changing the bushings. And these are probably the original on this golf cart. So, and we'll start taking the wheel off. Already loosen the nuts, and we're going to be doing one side at a time. I'll get back to you in a little bit. Okay, we have the wheel off, and I have some blocks under the axle with a little bit of space, if you can tell. And this way, when I take the bolts off the spring, and the spring and the axle drops, it won't go all the way to the ground. This is another reason why you want to do one axle at a time, or we're going to have a problem. So basically what we're going to do is take off the bolt on each end of the spring, and then you have the U-bolts, I think. That's going to go next. That's going to go down. And actually, while we're at it, look at the difference between this spring, which is only a 2-leaf spring, and look at the difference on this heavy-duty spring, which is 3 springs. You definitely have to do this if you have a back seat, which I installed. So you definitely want to have heavy-duty springs back there with new bushings. Alright, we'll go to the next step. Alright, we have the spring down. The old spring is here. 2 leaves. New one, 3 leaves. Got all the U bolts off and both sides of the spring. These were shot. These puppies were shot. Look at this. Gone. Okay, we put 2 new ones here. We're going to be replacing the bracket holding the spring down here, and we're going to be putting 2 new bushings on the springs, which are all brand new. And let's see if we can do that while holding the camera. There we go. This will go into the new springs. 1 on each side. This one here. And 1 here. 1 on the other side. And what else? Yep. And then all we have to do is lift up the spring back up there on one side, put the U-joints back up. It's kind of hard to hold the camera and do this, so I'm going to have to do this one thing at a time here. Yep, that goes in first. Yeah, I think we have everything. This will be pretty smooth. It was a pain in the neck to take these off because I don't have deep sockets, and I had to do it with one of these, which was okay. Took about 10-15 minutes longer. But everything is ready to go back on. We will be putting it back on. Okay, we have it all mounted. Brand new bushings, top bottom, bolted back on, U-bolts bolted back on, and the front of the spring is bolted back on. While I was at it, I installed the new light. I have a new light, and this is the new light that I've got. You could compare it to the other one. Ugly, much better, smaller. It's got signal and brake light from when I'm ready to do the brake light, and brake light and signal light actually, sorry. So it looks pretty good. This one is very, very bulky, and it uses regular bulbs, incandescent bulbs, and much more heat, draws much more juice. This one, I don't know if you could see it, very bright, but I don't know if this camera could see it very well, but it's nice, very nice. And I'll be able to use it for brakes, and I will be single too. Alrighty, we're gonna we're gonna put the tire back on, and we're going to start on the other side. Okay, I put the tire back on, and I measured the height, and it measures 22 and a quarter. 22 and a quarter. I put the jack down just to measure, and the old spring measures from the center 20 and a quarter. So it raised it exactly 2 inches. Unbelievable, 2 inches. And if you shake it, you shake this puppy, on this side it's not that bad. This side, you can feel how soft it is. Wow, that's pretty soft, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Very soft. This side don't do it, right? Look at this. Wow, this one's sturdy. I hope we don't get a hard ride now. It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a thumbs up. Give no thumbs up. Alright, we're going to do the other side now so we can go for a ride, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing the passenger side now. A few things that are worth to mention. If you look inside, see how close shock is to the U-bolt on towards the rear U-bolt. This one has to be tightened by hand. There's no choice. You definitely have to tighten this one by hand. The last few turns especially. And this one's okay, this one's okay, the other one's okay. And I used this puppy right here. This one really worked well. All you have to do is just tighten it up with that. And everything else went pretty smooth. The front bolt, reused the same bolts, of course. Both bushings, reused the same bolts in the rear. And it is done. I am going to do the lights in the back of the passenger side also, with the brand new lights like I did to the other side pretty soon. And I'm almost done. Pretty much it is done. I'm ready to put the wheel back on and go for a ride and see how it is. Take care.